had the chance to work with Noelle and you just love the heck out of her, give her a big round of applause. Isn't she the best? She's the best. She's an absolute blast to work with, and we have a lot of fun every day. We razz each other a little bit, you know, just coworker stuff. But I'm really excited to talk about the comp plan with you guys today. You excited to keep learning? Now, some of you might say, well, you talked about it on Tuesday, you talked about it yesterday, and now you want to talk about it again. And the answer is yes, I do. All right, because we've got to make sure when things like this tweak, enhance, or change, you guys have to understand, are there more Ternat associates that are building our business than that are here in this room? So we need to make sure that you're as up to speed as possible so that you can go home with excitement and start calling these people and really dropping it in their ear to start paying attention and being able to answer as many questions as you can before you just start running upline. And so what I want to challenge all of you guys today, as you're sitting here in the room listening to me, I want you to say, I am the upline. All right, the individuals, right, your diamonds, your emeralds, all the higher ranked leaders, they are ready, they are willing, they are able. But if you always rely on them, does that hurt you or help you? It hurts you because they're only one person or they're only a couple of people and they've got thousands and thousands of people that potentially could have similar questions to you. And so we want to make sure that you understand it as much as possible. And I also want to announce that each and every week for the rest of the month, I'm going to be doing a live overview or training on each of the sections of this comp plan throughout the rest of this month. Every single week, we're going to parse it out into individual sections that you'll be able to promote and tell people to come and watch, and then we'll teach them about, say, 6 and 2 in depth, right? In a very condensed window, so it's not super long. And then we'll talk about how the builder bonus program works. We'll talk about how the new ranks work, and we'll literally section this out for you guys to make it bite-sized, simple, and easy. But again, if you don't tell anyone about it, or you don't have anyone watch it, does that hurt you or help you? It hurts you. So we're going to try and give you all the tools and the means necessary to really understand this and digest it. But at the end of the day, optically, are you excited just based on what you've already seen? Well, what I will tell you is not just optically does it look good, it's wicked good, okay? And it's going to pay. Okay, raise your hand if you want to increase your pay. All right, so what this is going to do is not only going to help you increase your pay, but it's also going to create a way for you to be more simple in your business. Everyone say simple. Okay, do we like complicated? No. Do we like complex? No, so we want it to be simple. That's why we've designed this. Now, some of you might say, well, the builder bonuses are not that simple. I understand that, but they're as simple as we could make them, right? And so it'll become more simple the more you digest it. And then as you start to teach it, right, and you start to get the questions coming back at you, you'll refine the way that you're explaining it. And if you listen to the way we explain it, you listen to the way the leaders explain it, and then you just parrot everything that they say, then you'll be able to do this efficiently on your own, and you're not going to need as much upline help as you may think. You got me? All right, so we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be doing it over and over and over again to make sure that you know it. And so the first key term is simple. Simple. I want you to write that down or whatever the heck you're doing. I will be simple. I will be simple. Okay, the next big piece of this compensation plan is duplication. Duplication. Now we want to, in this next phase of Ternat, or this next chapter of Ternat, we want to duplicate faster and bigger and better than we ever have in 11 years. And we really believe that the way this comp plan is lined out, right from the start, right when they enroll, or right when they get a video from the app. Do you guys like all the enhancements from the app that you guys just saw, or a lot of you saw? Right? And a lot of that feeds into what all of this is happening and how all this is coming together. It's all coming together very beautifully to create simplicity and to create duplication. So we want it to duplicate because how many of you would love, just go with me here, just dream with me for a second. You get someone signed up today and they get started on one of those 2 easy packs to promote. And they are so fired up, their ignorance on fire, they have no clue what Turn On is. They haven't even taken a sip of Activate yet. They have no clue what's going on. They're just excited. And then all of a sudden, you get an alert that they just signed up their girlfriend or their best friend, and you weren't even a part of it. Doesn't that sound fun? Because if you onboard them simply, then what are they more armed and confident to go and do the next day? Be simple, because they're doing what you did with them. They're now going to go and duplicate that and do it with someone else. Right? Well, now I'm started. What do I do? Well, there's this cool app called Turn On Go. You download it. There's all the assets in there. There's all the videos in there. You can track your customers in there. There's videos in there. Everything is in there, right? Or you plug into the system that your leaders have built and done all that, right? The good news is that we've been collaborating now for weeks, and so they're already well into their planning that will be ready by the end of this month, ready for you guys on November 1st. They're already planning and ready for it. So all this is going to hit November 1 with a lot of energy. And it just so happens to be Black Friday month.
Yes. I like it.
I just got chills, okay? So just as you look at all of this coming together, it's a beautiful, beautiful architected way where you guys cannot just start momentum, but I'm talking about igniting momentum like never before. And we want to be able to do it at the very grassroots new level of the company and not have you to be or have not make you have to be super versed or super confident or know a lot of answers yet, because the best associate is the most ignorant associate that's excited. Is that true? Okay? If you think if the second that you start becoming more knowledgeable, you become boring. Is that true? Okay, raise your hand if you recruited somebody very quickly and you had no idea how even the back office worked, the website really worked. You're just like, dude, I'm just fired up. What are you excited about? I don't know, I'm just telling you. Sign up on the starter pack, just like me, let's go. Right? We want a lot of mouths out there saying that every single day, and then they can get plugged into the training, then they can get plugged into everything that we're doing, but they've already signed up 1 or 2 or 3 people before they're starting to really grasp knowledge. Do you understand? Okay. So, the last term that we want to be able to, simple, duplication, right? And the last word is momentum. If those 3 things come together, you guys are about to have the ride of your life in this next chapter. Okay? And it's going to be massive and it's going to be big. Okay? Are our products world-class and amazing? Okay? You already believe in them, right? I mean, just look at everyone walking around. Look at all the before and afters.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it blows my mind. I log on to Facebook every day and I'm just like, what? Right? People are happier, people are more optimistic, people are getting a grasp on their health, they're excited about the opportunity, and we are in growth mode where a lot of companies are in desperation mode. But we're not satisfied with just growing. We want to dominate. We want to dominate. Okay? Do you want to dominate with us? Okay, well, we can't do it alone. The leaders can't do it alone, so we need each and every one of you armed and ready to go capitalize on everything that we've got in front of us, which is massive, all right?
Yes.
So, I highlighted this yesterday. Some of my slides are going to be a little bit duplicates, but I'll cruise through the ones that I already talked about yesterday. But we want to really help you understand kind of the why behind the what, and then really how everything came together with all the feedback from you that the leaders told us, that then we went to work to try and make this amazing for you. Now, is Ternot perfect? No. Is there a perfect compensation plan on the planet? No. Some people might say, mine's the best, it's the coolest. Everyone says that, no matter what company X or company Y that they're in. Now, we know ours is better than that. But there's not a perfect one on the planet. Do you understand? Okay, so if you're sitting down and playing a board game, and you know the rules of the game, how many of you are the ones that get so upset of people that try and bend the rules in the middle of the board game or the card game? You're literally like, shut up. It's the rule. Yeah, but no. Play the game. Right? Play the game. So what I'm challenging all of you is look at the compensation plan like a card game. We've laid out the rules for you. Now all you have to do is go and master that game and be a professional at that game. Okay? Don't sit there and complain about Don't do that. That's just going to slow you down, and others are going to fly by faster, so much faster than you, because you have a little attitude, and they are playing the game the way the game was built, and you are sitting there trying to make excuses for not talking to people, just to satisfy your own fear or insecurity of going out there and really doing this for your family. Yeah. Now, when you get fearful or insecure, look in your children's eyes. Look in your children's eyes, and I want you to literally have a gut-checking moment, and I want you to sit there and say, as their dad, can I literally look them in the eyes and say, I'm fearful and insecure about changing our family's future? Sit on that for a second. That'll make you want to wake up and go talk to someone, okay? And like that's been shared so beautifully yesterday, and like that's going to be continuously shared today through the other trainers that'll touch this stage, you guys are making this way too hard. If someone wants to buy our product to be a customer, is that cool? If someone wants to literally be inspired and join your team, is that cool? Do we really care what cool we like? No. We don't care what cool we like. We just want a lot of people buying and using our products, and we want a lot of visionary entrepreneur people that want to grab a business and go and make it happen and build this distribution channel worldwide, like Jennifer Dowd talked about yesterday, because we want to build a massive, massive team that's outselling these products that are world-class that you already agreed. And now every single time you put in an order, or every single time you sign up an associate on one of those starter packs or builder packs, okay, money will be triggered. Now, how many of you remember the very first check you got? Okay? The very first check I got in network marketing, you ready for this? $10.61. I'll never forget it. Never forget it. Now, was that enough to make my money back? No. Okay? I spent hundreds of dollars to get started in network marketing, and I did not make my money back. But you know what that little $10.61 check meant to me? I was like, oh, I like this feeling, and this can get addicting, and I want more of it, right? So some of you that turn your nose, that little $10 activate commission, you're like, that's not enough. Can you give us more? I'm just saying it like you think it, so it's okay. Okay? Or, I don't know if I can get her started. She's too bougie for $10 commission on an Activate. Shut your mind up. Okay? Sorry, I woke up on the right side of the bed this morning. Okay, so all of this was built to trigger commissions very rapidly, very quickly, and then to also incentivize people to go do more of it. All right? So we build momentum. And then the final term that I want you to do is, because momentum is great, but momentum can only be sustained as well as we retain. So that's the last word I want you to write down, is retention. We are not in a mudslinging business. We're not in just sell enough for a bonus just so I can get a check and I don't care about the next month business. That's not what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a loyal following, a happy customer base that is being impacted by our products, that is solidifying and building you a business that you are compounding or building on top of every single month with new growth, while you're able to keep a lot of that growth that's following you, and that's only going to skyrocket your ranks faster. It's going to build a bigger residual check for you, and it's going to help you build a stronger customer base, okay, going forward. Without customers, we don't have a company. You understand that? Right? So we need to go out and get a lot of customers. And the way we get a lot of customers is we get a lot of associates in the door that can go and help us sell to more customers. All right. So those are some of the reasons and the why behind the what, okay? Now, this compensation plan was designed to adapt to the gig economy. So we want to stay competitive and attractive to brand new associates. True. Can they go and drive Uber? Yep. Is that a gig deal? Right? Can I go deliver Uber Eats? Yes. Sure, I could go and do that. But do I get any leverage in Uber? No. So if I'm driving Uber, can I literally go and hustle a few $100s extra a month just by going around my job and doing a few rides here and there? I sure can. Now, we're adapting to the gig economy because we want to be in that same conversation, but Uber doesn't hold a candle to what you hold, because we have leverage built into it. That's the biggest deal. We have leverage built into it. And so we want to make sure that we're staying relevant. We want to be adaptive. We want to be economically resilient. Okay, whatever the economy is doing, we want to prepare for those times and then safeguard your business and Trinot to make sure that we are riding through recession, right? All of these different things, whatever the heck the world throws at us, we have the opportunity to go build our own economical system within whatever's going on out there. And that's what you need to stay focused on, because you hold the keys, or you drive your car where you want it to go. Okay, business strength. We want to build long-term stability and growth, which I've talked about. And we want to protect your income to ensure that your business thrives for years and years and years to come. We need you to start thinking today. And I want you to start thinking, what is my actions today going to yield, or what fruits are going to come 12 months from now for what I'm doing today? Not just, I got to hit rank this month. And is that an important thought? Yeah, but don't let that be your only thought. Say, I'm going to hit rank this month so that I can compound, grow, bring more people in the door so my business looks much different 1 year from now. So I need you to start thinking more long term. We also need all of you to be smart with your flipping money. Please. We have wealth education as a big piece of our company, big piece of our business. We don't want you to become desperate. We want you to be smart. We want you to be smart with your money. So you also, as a family and as a person, you also need to have economic resilience. You also need to be protecting your income, and you need to be protecting yourself for the future in case something happens in your business and you slip a rank 1 month, right? And you call me like Chicken Little and everything's dying and the world's over and I have the biggest cloud over my head. Okay? And instead, you learn from the reasons that your business slipped for a month and say, ooh, I'm never doing that again. I learned, and now I'm going to do it better this time, so that when I hit my re-rank or I go back up, I now know what I did wrong so I can keep going. See the difference? Right? That's having a 12-month ahead thought, not just a this month thought. Okay? Now, the quick wins, like I talked about yesterday. More customers, more retention. We want to build a stronger team. All those things have been talked about. Okay? Now, what's changing from today that will change next month? Okay? The rank retention bonus has changed. Right? We retooled them. Right? We retooled them. Now, just so all of you know, Trinot has a set amount that we can afford to pay every single month. Now, does that mean that Trinot doesn't have money? I say these things because you text them to me. Okay? Or you Facebook message me, hey, I was laying in bed and I was thinking, did Trinot take away the rank retention bonuses because you're broke? Silly. Silly. Okay? Silly. So the answer is no. But raise your hand if you want Ternot to be healthy so that you have a residual income for decades and decades and decades to come. So Russ, Scott, and Lauren also have to make smart decisions to make sure that the company is healthy while committing, and we have promised to pay all of you the maximum amount that we possibly can to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. We promise that. We've always done that. And just so you know, in the data of all the network marketing companies, Ternot's compensation payout is in the elite of elite payouts that's out there when it comes to revenue coming in and dollars going back out to you. I just want you to know that, okay? And that's the owner's commitment to providing an opportunity for you that's not just status quo or like everyone else. We want it to be better for you to be out there to promote and build, okay? The launch bonuses are going to be changing and tweaking. I'll go over that. The customer ranks, buy more, save more, subscribe and save. Those things are all being retooled. Okay, I hate to say taken away or changed because you guys get so freaked out by those words. So retooled into other programs or other incentives that will better serve the behaviors that we want from you that will build a stronger, stable business for all of you. All right? Now, what's new? Okay, like I went over yesterday, the pricing model. Okay, we went to a retail bonus. Right? Instead of percentages, we went to a straight up retail bonus for you because we heard a lot of that feedback that people want to be able to calculate their customer sales, or I have to make $200 a month, right, to pay for groceries. I'm really pinched right now given the circumstances that are happening. Okay, cool. Just go sell X products. You got it. And it's so black and white simple to show someone that if that is a big enough pain in their life, they see the pathway of exactly how they can hit it. Okay? The simplified enrollment packs, which I've talked about. The 6-in-2 duplication brick or model that we talked about yesterday. The Jeff Belleville so beautifully. Did he have cuter images on his screen like I told you? Right? They were awesome, right? He showed you that visual. He showed you all of that. Okay? He did a beautiful job on that. And we'll continue to drive that 6-in-2 duplication. We're introducing the builder bonus like we talked about. We made some of the team bonuses easier to access at those lower ranks. True or not? Okay? We added additional ranks. Who's fired up about that? Right? And then we re-enhanced or reintroduced the Champion Circle to all of you, which was a stellar program over the summer that we are going to commit to because that's an exciting piece for people to be able to go out there and run for and be able to have a goal to hit that Champion Circle. Okay, so the wholesale versus retail pricing. So in November, as customers sign up, they're going to be paying the current right now one-time price that you guys are right now used to. So they'll be paying the one-time price. You as associates will be paying the current subscription price. So another piece of feedback coming from you in the field was we want some incentives for someone to be an associate, right? We want to be able to tell them, become an associate because you get the best deal and you get the best pricing on those products by being an associate. So somebody that's on the fence that is kind of, teetering between, well, should I just be a customer or actually I could want to build a business? You say, well, look, I'll guide you, I'll show you, I'll help you along the way. But if you even have a flicker of a thought of wanting to be an associate, just do it because you get a discount on the products you're going to be buying anyway. You got that? So that's why we went to that model, which will yield really good fruits for you guys. Okay, $7 and $10 commissions. There will be set commissions that will be on our most popular products, mostly. Okay, and I gave you that kind of example yesterday. Pretty much all products $45 and up are in the $10 range, and the products $44 and below are in that $7 range. The only product that we cannot afford to pay you that $7 or $10 commission on is Illuminate, okay? So Illuminate is the only product that is exempt from those retail bonus commissions. But you still get the volume when it's bought or sold, right? So you'll still get volume coming through your tree, which is great, but that's the only product that is exempt from the $7 or $10 commissions, okay? All right, Now, the simplified packs, do you guys like these products that we landed with in these packs? You obviously like them because they are our top sellers. So we just went and said, what does most people want? What is most impactful? What's building the story? What are people promoting first when they get started with Intronaut? And these are the products that are always bought and sold fast, and they are the most impactful and a piece and a core piece of our story. Now, could these products change in the future? Yes. When data and stories or things evolve, we can absolutely slide in other products into this based on the needs of the market at that time. But these are the needs, and this is what you guys are out there promoting very heavily right now. And like I said yesterday, in that $4.99, the $99 associate fee is included. Okay? Now, same with the starter pack, $2.99. And the Daily Health System and Enrich is actually a really, really kind of eye-opening, amazing thing to watch. You guys promote Enrich with that Daily Health System like crazy, okay, which is awesome. I like to see what you guys are doing, and then corporate can match that energy with you, right? We like to hear what's going on out there so that we can be more simple and customize and help you guys do that. Now, does that mean that you have to stick to that or that your customers have to buy that? No, it's just what most are springing for right now in this dollar range that's being spent. And is there a great story around Enrich and the DHS system?
Yes.
Absolutely, there's a great story there, right? And customers are also jumping to this little bundle right here very well. So if you actually want to think about the 6 and 2 in a really, really cool way, in a very simple way, start teaching your teams to start promoting this little bundle right here, because that's what we're seeing is really sticking and working really, really well. And it'll also help them speed up to that 400 CV volume that they need. Now, is it true that customers just kind of want to be told what to do?
Yes.
Right? They look at you and they see the stories and you invite them in the groups and they see all these amazing testimonials and they're like, well, what should I do? Okay? And the next thing that comes out of your mouth is gospel to them. Okay? They want you to give them a suggestion of what to do to achieve the biggest results. Now, can I give you a tip? Yes. Yes. Okay. Can I give you a tip? Okay. I want you to start altering your language in a 90-day section instead of a 1-month section. Okay, think about this when it comes to retention. Think about this. This is what I'm going to refer to you because all of our customers love this. This is how they're getting insane results. This is how they are absolutely 100% feeling better and literally becoming the best version of themselves, health-wise. But here's what I will tell you. You need to commit to this program for 90 days to really see the most optimal results, because not everyone is going to see amazing results in 1 week. It's possible. Right? Could you see amazing results in 1 month? Yeah, it's possible. But can you commit to me that you will give this 90 days to really see where this is going to go for you? Yes. Do you see that? Yes. If that becomes more of your language, then your retention is going to go up. Okay? And it's also going to give that customer the biggest chance to really let all of this settle in and start working, because is every one of our bodies individually different? Yes. Do we respond differently? Yes. So what we want to do is really start hammering that 90-day commitment story, which also feeds into the loyalty program that we announced yesterday. Isn't it so fun to just kind of, cute. That's cute. You guys did that. Do you see how that now all just dominoes right together, right? And so that's going to really help you go out there and drive customers, get people started in a very efficient and inexpensive way, right? And if people don't want to spend $300 to start a business, make them a customer. Do you get me? Right? Make them a customer. If they don't see value of spending $300 to start a business, then you're going to have to convince them to do their 6 and 2. You're going to have to convince them to bring people in the groups. You're going to have to convince them to come to an event. You're going to have to convince them to jump on a Zoom. And I don't know about you, but that sounds tiring. That's an emotional drag. Okay? I want people that are calling me just as much as I'm calling them. They're messaging me just as fast as I'm messaging them. And so weed these people out right away and literally help them get started if they want and are coachable to want to get started and start a business. Okay. Now, as a bonus offer, we want to obviously be able to give people the chance to come to events. Right? So we are now going to offer people the chance to get the early bird or the cheapest price to register for the next event as a brand new associate, regardless of when they join. Now, just like concerts and every other event out there, okay, if you buy your ticket right away, you get the less expensive price, right? So if you guys all commit to come to our next event in March, you're going to get the cheapest price by doing that right away. But if you sit around and wait, then those prices start to escalate. And by the time we get to February, we've now escalated to the top tier price of that. And what we felt, if you're signing people up in February, we want to give them a chance to get the least expensive price, right? So we get more of our new people here to feel this environment. Is this environment good or not? Okay? We need more people here to experience what you guys are experiencing this weekend. Now, the 6 and 2 duplication. I'm not going to really teach this and train this. This has been already trained very, very well. But this becomes our building brick. And as I've described, a brick, right? If you start and build with the brick, can you stack one brick on top of another brick? And then on top of another brick, right? And eventually you can build a wall. And that wall might be looked at like as an opal or a pearl or a ruby. You know what I'm saying? So you can go and promote and get to ruby just by stacking these 6 and 2 bricks and having everybody get started and just everybody running for those 6 and 2s. And then can your wall then absolutely evolve into a building, right? And now you have a building, and now you're a sapphire, you're an emerald. You're making pretty good money in this thing. And now you've got your little building, you got your bricks stacking on top of each other, you got your cute little building, you've decorated it so well, it's so well beautifully architected. And then what's the whole goal? To build more buildings by stacking more bricks. And then you eventually have a city. And then that city starts looking like a diamond or a black diamond or a red diamond. And then you have a whole entire large city when you become a presidential blue diamond. And you just get to go around and visit all of your cute little buildings that you've built for the last several years. Right? It's kind of a really kindergarten way of describing it, but it's cute. And you can kind of visualize it. That's why I went there. All right? So the 6 and 2 is the brick that we want to duplicate and help people go out and master. A minimum of 6 customers for a total of 400 CV. Now, if you go and sell customers, that DHS and Enrich bundle, how much volume is that? 100. But then it's discounted because of the 15%, right? Because we're paying out those 10 and 7 commissions, so it's slightly discounted. So you're going to need, right? You're going to need about 5 of those customers in order to just completely demolish that 400 thing. Okay, now you need to get a minimum of 6, but you can architect that any way that you want, right? So if you just wanted to go and sell Enrich for 30 volume, 30 volume, 30 volume, 30 volume, 30 volume, 30 volume, you can do that, right? But what we want you to do is start teaching customers on how to combo our products up and literally promote them to get the best results from what you're seeing is working the best, complementary to each other. And so it's just got to be a minimum of 6, but the main number on that screen is the 400 CV. That's what matters. It's just a minimum of 6, but the 400 CV is what matters. Enroll 2 associates with at least 100 PV each. Okay, can that easily be done on a starter pack? Yeah, will there be some people that'll get started on the builder pack? Absolutely. So you might get 200 volume out of some people, which only rises and brings you more volume, which is totally fine, but it's just a minimum of the 100. And then you want to maintain or replace that 6 and 2 every single month. Now this is what you got to understand. If you're getting into month 2 and you want to make that second month bonus of your 6 and 2, okay, if some of those customers retained, right, or if all those customers retained, that's awesome, that's golden, you're amazing. But what if one of the customers sloughed off and didn't reorder the next month? Are you out of the bonus program? No, because you can replace that customer the next month to make sure that you're still fitting the 6 and 2 puzzle. Okay, so there's retention built in there, but we also didn't want to not pay you a bonus on someone else's lack of behavior or commitment. Do you get me? So you completely drive this car. So if someone doesn't come back and reorder the next month, or if those 2 associates don't come back and put their 100 PV in minimum the next month, which won't happen because you guys are going to build this so much smarter and different, and then they want a 6 and 2 as well, so do you think they want to be making sure they've got their minimum of 100 volume? Yes. So then all of this builds on each other, and you just want to make sure that you retain maintain or replace that 6 and 2 qualification for those first 4 months. And then as their sponsor, you can get $50 a month for every month that they complete it, for up to $200, okay, in a bonus for helping them or showing them the way on how to retain or replace that 6 and 2 for the first 4 months. Now, are those bonuses unlimited? They're unlimited, right? Because can you have 3 people all running for the 6 and 2 at the same time? Yeah, absolutely. Could you have 5 people you've sponsored all running for the 6 and 2 at the same time? Absolutely. So those bonuses are unlimited. You just want to make sure you're teaching that brick and teaching that story and helping people get that 6 and 2. Okay, so here's the outline. All of this, by the way, is in your app. All right, all these documents are in your app. Okay, this compensation document is in your app. The 6 and 2 program is in your app. The Builder Bonus program is in your app. So all of you can now just go and get the app. You can go and do that. You can share it with your associates right here, sitting in the seats. Okay, you can say, did you hear all the latest updates? Look at the updates. Go look at your app. Or, hey, I just sent you a link. All of that is in there, and all these numbers are so well defined. Now, what's cool about the 6 and 2 is that a brand new person can actually do it twice in the same 4-month window. So they can actually do 12 and 4 if they want, and double this, okay? So we're allowing them to do up to 2 at a time, or 2 6 and 2s at the same time once they get started. If someone's really wanting to come in and make some big noise or a big splash, they can absolutely go and do 12 and 4 and maintain those same parameters 2 times at the same time. Okay, you understand that? You with me? Say aye. Aye. If you're not with me, say nay. Nay. Okay, the 1 or 2 nays, nudge your neighbor and say, help me. Okay? But we want to make sure that you understand that they can do it twice in their first 4-month sprint if they want. Okay, now the Builder Bonus. We love that this is not rank-based. And Jeff did a good job explaining this yesterday. Okay, and he showed you exactly how you can sponsor someone and then help them go and drive out volume through their goals and be able to go and accumulate volume over your first 90 days, okay, your first 150 days, 210 days, 270 days, and you're not chasing the rank through this bonus program, you're chasing the momentum and the volume. So you might sign up a rock star who's absolutely coming in and dominating volume, okay, and that's awesome. Is that awesome through this program? Yeah, it's stellar, it's amazing. But what you need to make sure is that you do 2 things to qualify for this program, and you're going to teach this to your new people on November 1st. There's 2 things they have to do to qualify for this program. First, they've got to have 200 PV the whole entire time. Now, if they've built their 6 and 2, do they way have over 200 PV? Oh yeah, they've got way over 200 PV. That should be such a non-thing because they've already got that 200 PV a lock because they've been doing this for 4 months. They've built up those loyal customers. They've got their 100 PV minimum that they're buying every single month. Because should we all be products of the product? Okay, we all should be products of the product. If you're not on 100 PV, you don't believe in what we do. Because you're not using our products. Now some of you might say, well, I can't afford them. Then go sell more 10s and 7s. Do you understand? Then go sell more 10s and 7s so that you can afford your DHS. Okay, it's all good. I'm not here to be disrespectful. We're all in different situations. But don't let entrepreneurs give you excuses if they're really into this to make money. You teach them to build the right way or you're going to cripple them. And then guess what duplicates if that starts to happen? The wrong behavior. And now you got a team that's a wreck because you didn't start them the right way and with the right mindset. So this is all volume based. So 200 PV is the first. And the second qualification to qualify for this is you have to sponsor a minimum of 2 people. So in Jeff's example yesterday, did he say, I can sign up, and then I can sign up my wife, and then I can sign up someone, Bob. Was it Bob? I think it was Bob, right? Okay, Bob. It's a great pick, Jeff. Bob. All right, so he signs up Bob. And Bob goes and runs for 120,000 of volume in his first 270 days. Now, is that awesome for Bob? But is it also awesome for this person? Okay, because this person is also in the same 270-day window as Bob. Do you understand? Isn't it awesome for this person? Isn't it awesome for Jeff's wife? Catherine, I have her name. And is it awesome for Jeff? Because we're all still within our 270-day window. So if I have 200 PV, or Jeff has 200 PV, Catherine has 200 PV, this person has 200 PV, this person has 200 PV, and Bob has 200 PV the whole entire time, and we've all sponsored a minimum of 2 people, all of them get those $19,000 in bonuses. Do you understand that?
No.
You don't understand
I
that?
don't.
Yeah, they have to have 2 people, 200 PV. The volume can come from anywhere. As long as it's new volume and all of you fit within that 270 days or the 90 days, all of you have to have that same ID number within that time frame. Now let me relate it to you guys. Okay, let's just say I got started in February of 2016, which I did. Okay, so I started Ternot in February of 2016. Am I still within my first 90 days? No. So if I sponsor Bob November 1st, okay, Bob is in the Builder Bonus program. I'm not. Until we launched our Q4 sprint yesterday. Do you understand? So do you get that, Tina? Okay. So if we're all within this same time frame window, everyone can count or everyone can qualify. But if you're out of your 90-day window, then this is Bob's money now to go and run for and help him build that with. Did you get me? So everyone has to fit in that time window. Unless it's Q4, and I'll clean that up here in just a second. But everyone has to fit within those windows and have 200 PV the whole time and a minimum of 2 people sponsored. And if you're all within that window, all of you get those bonuses. Okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. It's like, I think I get it. It is simple. Okay? But we will train you. We've got 1 month to train you. I'll tell you what you need to immediately do leaving this event to capitalize on it for yourself this month. But we will train this and make sure that you understand it. Okay? All right. So I know it's a new thing, but once you get it, you can't unsee it. It is so cool, and it is a really, really, really amazing promotion that's going to help you guys really go out there and run volume out like crazy. That'll help you rank. Now, the launch bonuses are going to be changed. They're going to be changed with a more of a retention mind. We don't want you to just get someone signed up to sign them up. We want you to get them signed up and properly onboard them, launch them, welcome them, get them going, because you're going to get a bonus in the very first month that they get started and buy one of those starter packs or builder packs, depending on the volume that they sign up with. But then if they come back with that same volume again the second month, you're going to get another bonus the second month for helping them onboard correctly and getting them more into a retention building habit instead of just signing up and leaving them. Okay, do you like that? Yes. Okay, let me ask you this a different way. Everyone say yes. Yes. You'll like it, trust me, okay? You'll like it from a builder perspective, you'll like it from a solidity perspective, you'll like it from all the perspectives of making sure that your volume is not just thrown in, okay, with the wrong behaviors that is harder for you to replace the next month for your ranks. So everything that we've done is all retention-based, simple-based, and really helping you guys go and build that solid business going forward. Now let me give you an example here. Let's say someone joins on the builder pack, okay, and they come in with 200 PV, but they don't quite jump into the 6 and 2 thing, but the next month they really like the products and they order 100 PV. So how much would I make if I sponsored that exact scenario right there? Yep, right? I'm gonna make $50 because they came in with the 200 PV, right, on the builder pack. But then the next month they only put that in Rich and DHS on auto ship and they came in with 100 PV. I'd be gonna get the $25 in the second month because they only had the 100 PV. Does that make sense? Okay, so everything's about retention. Okay, now the team bonuses, I went over this yesterday. I went over the highlights. I went over the things that became easier, more simple. But what I did not highlight yesterday that I regret, that I want to make sure I hammer today, is I want you to look at the max lake percentage. How far did we move a chance to build only 2 teams for rank. How high can you get with really just 2 teams if you so choose? Ruby Pro. So you can truly build now an income up to $2,200 in team bonus just by building 2 legs if you choose. You don't even have to introduce a 3rd leg to your business until you want to be a sapphire. Okay? So now people can truly hone in, retain, drive, train, teach these 2 teams. Get good. Get masterful at this before they have to start a 3rd leg if they so choose. Now, what we don't care as a company, what your leaders here teach you to do and what these onboarding systems that they will teach you to do, right? If they want to still keep promoting people to drive 3 lines out right from the start, that's up to your systems, your teams, and what you do. It's totally fine. We don't care. But I'm just letting you know, just based on math, you can build 2 teams now all the way to $2,200 a month if you so choose. Okay? Which is cool. So that was a big enhancement that I did not highlight yesterday, okay, which is awesome. Yes. So to Darren's point, you still have to sponsor 3 people, but it doesn't matter where that 3rd one's placed. You could place it. Where's Jen's whiteboard? You could place it underneath someone in those 2 legs. You just have to personally sponsor 3, but you could place that in those 2 legs. That makes sense? So placement doesn't matter. You just have to personally enroll 3, but you could place them all in those 2 legs. Thank you, Darren. Okay? To be able to hit Opal and above. The Jade, you can obviously rank advanced there. You see PSA, personally sponsored associate. You can get to Jade with 2, but then you have to make sure you sponsor 3 if you want to be an Opal, but you can place them in those 2 legs. Okay? All right, you got that. So now, where can you go and get all these documents? In the app. They're there right now. Okay, they're there right now. So here's my call to action for all of you. Number 1, you got 30 days or a little less now to prep. Okay, you got 30 days to prep for being armed and ready to start onboarding and teaching people this comp plan November 1. Okay, are you excited that you got some time to think about this? Look at it, analyze it, get ready for it. Okay, so that was an amazing thing that we did just to make sure that you guys were fully ready to start training and teaching this. But then we didn't want to leave October alone. We love October. Okay, October is not a bad month. Okay? It didn't want to be left out. And so October, we did what we announced yesterday that I have to make sure that you understand. So if I'm you, okay, number 1, I'm setting up as many meetings leaving here in this meeting or this event as I possibly can. For 2 reasons. To make sure my team understands this and plugs into all the training that the leaders and corporate will do for the next 3 weeks to make sure they understand it. That's first and foremost. Number 2, you want to make sure that you've got a plan and an action to leave here and set up as many meetings with people as you possibly can to make sure that everybody who wants to play ball this quarter enrolls a minimum of 2 people in October. Okay? Now just envision this here for a second. We have thousands and thousands of Ternot associates. In your team, right, you may have 1, you might have 6, you might have 50, you could have 150 people in your team sitting here right now looking at me. Maybe you're brand new and you just got started. I've had a few people walk up to me and be like, I just joined this week and I'm here. Let's give them a big round of applause, by the way. That's awesome. So you might be a team of 1 right now. But can you go and sponsor 2 people this month minimum because you want to do it anyway? Right? And go take advantage of this Q4 sprint? Yeah, by capitalizing on those builder bonuses that I showed you there. So you want to now go and get your team so amped up and fired up. If they want access to $19,000 potentially before the end of the year, I mean, talk about a holiday bonus. Okay, talk about repaying for Christmas bonus. This is a way that people can go and do that. All the while, they're going to be working towards those ranks that when this flips over, some of you are going to get a pay raise anyway because you already fall into that pro level or elite level and you're like, oh, that's fun. Okay? Because I just got a pay raise because I just automatically roll right into that pro level that they now put into the comp plan for November. So you want to go and arm your team, personally yourself, and everyone within your team to sponsor a minimum of 2 people in October. You with me? Say aye. Okay, that's what we all want to do. That's what the drum we want to go and beat leaving this room. We want to go out there and make that happen in October. And then do we want all of those, or those 2 minimum people, do we want them running for the current rank retention bonuses that we've got on the table that they're signing up for right now on this plan? Yeah. And they qualify for those rank retention bonuses for the next 8 months after November starts. So we're going to give those rank retention people, including all of you that are still within those qualifications of those rank retentions, we're going to give you 8 months to go maximize on those rank retentions as high and as far and as fast as you want. Yes. Okay? But then after 8 months, everyone's on this builder plan. Do you get me? Yes. Okay. But for you all right now, you can maximize your efforts on being a part of the builder plan right now by sponsoring the minimum of 2 people and then going and building out new business, new volume underneath those 2 people, regardless of where you choose to place them in your team. I sponsored you, I'm placing you, but you're my sponsor. So I get to go build new volume under you, and I get to go and accumulate that volume with you for the next 3 months that I can go and make that bonus. And by the way, if you sponsor 2 people in October too, we're both running for it together. Do you understand? Okay. And so that's the call to action, is that you want to get your team excited to go sponsor a minimum of 2 people in the month of October. Now, what I loved what Bree said yesterday is she took it kind of one step further. And I love this, right? Wouldn't it be cool for all of you just to go and get 6 new customers and 2 new people this month, so that then you could stare in the eyes of everyone you're getting started in November, and you could say, I just did this after they announced this at the event, so I know exactly what I'm going to teach you to do. Do you see how that works? Now you become into a position of power because you're like, look, I just did it, and now I can show you exactly what I did to qualify for that, even though it's not really a program on the table right now. Will you still get paid to get 6 customers and do 2 people? Yeah, you'll still make money for doing it, but it gets you into the mode of now learning that process so you can better teach it November 1st. Okay, so I love that. And then that also puts you in a position of sponsoring your 2 people in October to go for the builder bonus too. So I love that little extra caveat. Good job of really going for that 6 and 2 this month so you can better talk about it and teach it next month. Okay? All right, so do you understand? All right, so will you make a lot of calls? We're going to be busy. We've got to be busy. We've got to be busy doing stuff. And you literally will leave this event, and the more action that you take in the next 72 hours, the better this momentum is going to look and go for you leaving this event. If you do nothing, your excitement from this room is going to fade and crash so hard because your kids are yelling at you again, right? Life is hitting you, your boss is yelling at you, and you're like, I just want to go back to Vegas in that room. True? I just want to go back with my friends. I just want a disco night again. Which, by the way, you guys showed up last night. You guys showed up. If you didn't come to that party, I'm sorry. That was so much fun. And what I kept nudging the owners, I go, man, these people go all out. They went all out. And guess what Mr. Lauren Berry said to me after I said that to him? He goes, if they went all out in their business, like they go all out in these costumes, Trinot would be 3 times the size. Which is actually true, right? You guys put a lot of heart and effort into those costumes. Kudos to you. That was awesome, man. That was awesome. But do we like to have fun? But do we like to make money? Do we like to impact lives? Well, we just gave you the best compensation version to go out and do that we've ever done in 11 years. So let's go make it happen, you guys. I love you all. And we are gonna rock this quarter. Okay. Now I gotta kind of tell you what's up next. And